All right, now let's move on to NFL. Let's move on to NFL. Here we go. Football. I mean, I didn't have a bad week in NFL, but it's the same sport as college football, and that's where I did so bad. Jim, can you take like 15 seconds to just like blow smoke up my ass about the contest results that I've had, just to make you feel a little bit better before we get into football for this week?
There are 1,800 people in Beat the Prick,
Yes.
and there's 5 ahead of you.
Yeah. You know, I won it one year. There was one year I won it. So I could be a 2-time champion. Who knows? And then in Beat the Bag, I'm number 12.
It's very impressive.
All right, thanks, Jim. I'm still feeling shitty. All right, hopefully I'll gather it together and have a good college football season, because the opposite is true as well. One bad week can be offset by a great week the next week. Who knows? You just have to trust the process and keep going, moving forward. We have one NFL game tonight, Washington and Philly. This is a very interesting one. Normally, I would be leaning Washington pretty heavily here, except they have so many injuries that I don't know. I don't think I can take them. Philly, obviously, a super, super impressive team. Last year, they started hot and kind of faded, and Washington's the opposite. They're the kind of team that starts kind of slow at times and under Gruden and tends to get better. So I had sort of had this circled as a game I was going to take Washington on, but so many injuries. What's his name? Josh Norman is definitely out. I saw losing Allen is huge. A lot of injuries for Washington. And Philly gets back that offensive tackle, which is huge for them as well. So the injury situation really favors Philly here, which makes me not like Washington. What's your take on this one?
The Norman injury is enormous. I also don't like the adjustments Gruden's been making this year. The 49ers should not be able to completely break you down in a half of football, and it just showed holes. I think the Eagles are in a really nice spot. And is it still 4.5? I'm hoping it's 4.5.
Let me see. Yes, it's Washington or the Eagles?
No, Eagles.
Well, actually, BetDSI has 4. Oh. It's actually a split line. It's 4.5 market wide. Pinnacle has 5. The Greek has 5.5, but BetDSI has 4. So all the way from 4 to 5.5 are available market wide.
That's wild. What an important reason to have multiple books.
Yes.
I like the Eagles here. I'm going to make it an official pick.
Really? Okay.
I do. I know that 4 points is a lot. You know, more than a field goal is always dangerous, but I think the Redskins are in deep trouble defensively. And Wentz is somebody who keeps control of the game and can decide who he's going to alienate in coverage. And I like the Eagles here.
Okay, my sense is that the best way to play this game, as is often the case with games like these in the NFL, is just with player props. Obviously, Ertz had a great day the first time they met up, and Washington in general tends to be vulnerable to tight ends in general. Obviously, with all the safeties and everyone injured, that makes it an even better play. So I'd be looking for maybe overs with receptions and or yards with Zach Ertz. And on the Washington side of things, this guy Chris Johnson is no joke, right? Oof. I mean, we saw what he did. This guy Chris Johnson, when you get him the ball, he'll break out for 15, 20 yards like it's nothing, right?
He's got wheels.
Quickness,
too. It's a quickness. It's a
it's a quickness. So I could see Philly getting a lead, Washington trying to get back, Philly getting a little bit lazy on defense, and Washington giving Johnson the ball a few times, and Philly defense be like, oh shit, where'd that guy go? You know what I mean? So I'm thinking maybe Chris Johnson over yards. The player props aren't out yet from what I'm seeing, but when that comes out, the player prop overs is what I would think here, and I also have a weird feeling that it's going to be a lower scoring game. I would actually be leaning to the under as well. What do you think about? I mean, obviously the defensive injuries for Washington are huge.
That's interesting, very interesting. So Thomo says Cousins has struggled on the road, and then Delta 75 likes a 31-20 game of 51 points being scored. So. But I think it's interesting to go against the idea that there will be a ton of points scored. Gruden's got to come up with something, and I think what he'll do is he'll add defensive backs to all the packages and try to create a situation where he'll let Blunt beat him. And if they do that, then you're right. It would lean lower scoring. If they continually stay in like a nickel or a defensive back heavy package, then the scoring will be lower. Yeah, the Eagles will just pound the ball, run the ball. So that's a really interesting call that I haven't thought of at this point.
Oh shit! I said Chris Johnson. I meant Chris Thompson. Sorry about that. Thanks for correcting me, guys. We go so fast, and I'm still recovering from the shock of Saturday. So yes, I meant. Oh, mic issues over there? Is he saying that? Did he say that?
Jansen
Bonzo,
Bonson
Mike.
is saying
Does
Mike
anyone else?
He's the first guy to say it. So.
Okay. All right. Well, anyway, yes, sorry about that. I meant Chris Thompson, not Chris Johnson. All right, but you are going to take Philly -4, -115 at BetDSI.
Yeah, I love that line.
All right, that sounds good. That sounds very good. And I will, if I had a lean on this one, it will obviously to player props. Chris Thompson, yards over, and maybe Ertz at tight end. And I was thinking about the under as well, but I'm going to hold off for now. But I'm definitely leaning to the under. I'll hold off on an official pick on this one. But Jim is giving an official pick on Philly -4, which does make sense. And thanks for all the comments, guys.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to our channel. Now we've put a lot of work into producing all these free videos, so please help us out and keep all our content free for you forever by simply liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Now, not to mention, a visit to our industry-leading website will warm the hearts of all our SBR employees, especially myself. Now, the links are over there to the left, so do check those out. Thanks for watching.